Good evening.
One of the things I want to plant in your spirit, first of all, is a scripture passage from Micah, the 6th chapter and the 8th verse. Know, O people, the Lord has called you to do what is good. And this is what he requires of you. To do what is right, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. My brothers and sisters, as we have gathered here this evening, I want to also leave a subject matter in your spirit. A trail or journey to do right and not just good. As we have gathered here today to collaborate, to encourage, and to affirm these young undocumented youth, as well as the individuals that have shared their stories today. These individuals have grown stronger as they have stood against the injustice of our immigration laws. Let me state there is a growing awareness in our Commonwealth of Virginia, the new Dominion, and how nation as a whole, that how society and particularly how local communities are concerned with the challenges we are facing relating to social injustice. I'm glad you asked me, what do you mean by social injustice? Social injustice are issues that are pertaining to poverty, health care, dental care, education, affordable housing, and especially immigration. Let me pause and say all of these issues are on Voice as well as our faith community radar. Brothers and sisters, it is okay to say immigration is injustice. Injustice is one individual or race of people is injustice to our nation and the world. Social injustice is not right, and it certainly is not good. Michael was sharing with us and addressing in the above passage, the Spirit of God is challenging each one of us to respond to the injustice and to respond to the stories and the testimony of these young people. I want you to know that you have inspired each of us today to do more in the area of immigration. My brothers and sisters, Voice and how faith community, immigration injustice will require of us not just to pray on Sunday mornings and Sunday evenings. We need to address this issue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, month in and month out, year in and year out, as a lifestyle of doing what is right and not just good. My ancestors have always shared with me that good intentions pave the road for undue deeds. As an Afro-American, I grew up in the Old Dominion of a segregated South Side Virginia, where the state would prefer to change school doors and close them rather than integrate our education system. Therefore, my honorees, I can feel your challenge, but it was a challenge for me in college when I met and lived with this immigration issue through my classmates, friends, and colleagues that were in the United States to attain an education. These individuals lived a lifestyle of fear, avoiding being in the public, avoiding hospital or medical care, and avoiding any social environment. Many of them would avoid any discussion of their immigration status. They would not even consider an opportunity to travel back home to their home country because it would endanger them from continuing their education in the United States of America. These students who tried to obtain legal resources found that they could not pay their education and the exorbitant legal costs at the same time. Also, these immigration status, these men and women could not work to pay their education nor the related expenses. Being exposed to the immigration injustice has continued in my professional career as well as my ministerial calling. These negative aspects has many individuals and their families. This has created for me a passion and compassion for working towards immigration reform, which is a trail or a journey to do right and not just good. As we celebrate the commitment of these young people and the stand of voice, we come as organized people with organized money, consistent and persistent with focus. My brothers and sisters, God gave me a sign yesterday morning, and as well as he has given in biblical time. And he stopped by today to let you know that it's not a coincidence that we are meeting here at Rise and Hope United Methodist Mission Church, nor is the Arizona law that is in place. God is letting us know that let your hope continue to rise. For I have not forgotten you. Press on. Now is the time for immigration reform. President Obama, Congress, the Supreme Court, Governor McDowell, state legislation, and you, and you, and you. Now is the time, not later. Now is the time. A trail to do right and not just good. Amen.